So, dear Dharma friends, and as all of you know, nowadays this meditation word is very popular, and people come with different ideas when it comes to meditation. So, it is your responsibility. Look yourself and see what you really want out of the meditation. And according to the Buddha's teaching, what we're trying to develop ourselves through this practice is clear comprehension or the right view, right understanding, clarity inside you with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. And there are people look different things through meditation. So if you are not clear with the final goal or that what you look for, and sometimes you wasting your time, and other thing is you become disappointed end of the day. So it is your responsibility then start to look what you really want in this life, what you really look out of this all. If you look for the truth, and this is what the journey that you have to go, because this journey will take you to the bottom of the existence, or the bottom of your own experience, or the bottom of the knowledge or the wisdom, and see what it is. It is not easy. Why? Because we depending from our own knowledge, our own wisdom, our own understanding, from our own views. So that is our best friend. And when you start to dig, when you start to question, when you start to observe, and sometimes you start to recognize. So what we take as knowledge, or what we believe as truth, or what we understand as wisdom is not the right thing. It is very difficult for us. Sometimes people go crazy when they recognize it. They don't want to give up it. So because we became like this because of our believing, what we knows, and what we understood, and what we have the vision as self-view brought us here. But when you go deeper with the vipassana knowledge of understanding, what is happening? You start to challenge, you start to question, you start to dig your own existence. And that is sometimes little bit hard. But if you very clearly recognize it, that is the most beautiful experience that you can gain. And it is worth. Why it is worth? Because rather than believing or following, or rather than holding that someone else's ideas and believing the illusion as truth, it is better yourself, you develop the clarity inside you. That clarity day by day make you more comfortable person, relaxed person, and it bring you certain satisfaction inside you, and deeply you become more humble person. And that is where you're going to experience the true nature of this human being. Otherwise, deeply when you are misguiding, or when you have the wrong view what is happening, not only you, the other people around you, your parents, grandparents, husband, wife, children, friends and family members, brothers, sisters, neighbors, everyone going to have hard time. It can happen in even in a large scale. Look, if the one person go in a wrong view, like how about if that person become the leader of the country, then what will happen to the whole country? Whole nation going to suffer because of the one person wrong view. So then when you minimize the same scale, no need to blame about or the name about others. Just think about yourself. When you have the wrong view, knowingly or unknowingly, around you people, even this nature also going to suffer and going to punish because of your wrong view. So then best thing that you can do to yourself and as well as for others is getting to the truth. So when you get into the truth, asking from others, following others, believing others, worshipping others, you will never get it. So it is a journey that you have to go through yourself. That is why it called self-realization. So the self-realization means you recognizing who you are. What is this? What is true existence of yourself? What is this your life mean? What the meaning of your living? So when you have the clarity little by little yourself with that journey, and there is no struggle to live, because in that very moment, your existence, the moment by moment itself, you recognizing the very moment you are living, then there is no hope to live, there is no plan to live. Who can plan the future? Look at the world. Who can that think about the future and doing something for future? That is what our ancestors used to do. That is why our grandparents, our parents used to do. That is what all the people in the society, in our culture, in our society, most of the religions and everything trying to take you forward, unknown future. It's like sometimes somebody initiate you, after you die, you go to heaven. Even that person didn't die and didn't go to heaven, and then he can initiate you, after you die, you go to heaven. But there are people believe that. They never question. Without dying, that person himself or herself, how that person can initiate somebody, and after we die, we go to this. The same thing in larger scale, it happened to everywhere, everything. So then yourself, you have to be very careful and look deeply inside you and question yourself what you want, what you really look for. If you look for truth, then there is a protocol you have to follow. And if you need something else, then you have to follow that. But if you need the truth, then this is the path that you have to go. How I can say so? Because I am walking on that path, and that's why I am sharing it. And not only me, from the Buddha, as followers, thousand years, many enlightened masters went through this and share their knowledge. Another beauty is this knowledge, the truth. The truth is equal to everyone. The my truth cannot be different from your truth. So your truth cannot be different from my truth. So then how we can understand we both are in the same level? Because by hearing, if it is truth, you recognize. You become complete just hearing it. You don't need any reference to understand it. That is the beauty of truth. So why we cannot get it? The blockages, hindrance, when we go towards the truth, the wisdom, people go so crazy for wisdom. and for wise people, and everybody appreciate. And look in the history. If our ancestors was wise, if the wisdom can transform the life, how this 2020 that we experience like this life? If our ancestors was wise and they went through the wisdom and they achieved the best, how we going to end like this? Because we all use this everything, whatever came from the past. You never create anything yourself. Everything has a history. When we look back that history little by little, you see that moment transformed to next moment. So there was a beginning point. If that all begin, this all the machines and technology and then the culture, tradition, believing systems, and this everything, if it is start with the right point, how these things can happen? Because if something start with the right, it should end with the right. If on the way it's go wrong, that's mean the beginning point should not be the right. It's same like when you plant a mango tree, on the half of the way it cannot transform to orange. So the very essence of it should carry that nature. The same thing with ourselves also. So that's why that what you believe as wisdom and sometimes put you in the very hard moment and put you into the prison. So for that, then we have to look what is this wisdom means. So the wisdom, the word, and it's a kind of like a Sanskrit word. In the 10,000 years old, the Sanskrit language, it has a word called vidya. So the vidya, this word is the beginning of the view. And so according to the point of view and whatever the knowledge that you get is the wisdom. According to the point of view, whatever the knowledge you accumulate is your wisdom. So that wisdom or the view is another way. I will more make you clear a little bit. When some incident happen and you go to court and then there is a judge. So the judge cannot take a right decision. And then now once the both sides say, I'm right. So then the judge asks for witness. So according to the witness, so whatever the witness says, according to that, judge take a decision. Mostly that happen. If you have the witness, there is a more possibility you're going to win the case. So the witness is here. The word witness is the root of the wisdom, because the judge take the decision the base with the witness information. See, even it doesn't matter that judge is so educated and so smart or like that. The judge always depend according to the witness information. So the vidya and the witness, and another thing is view. So this all same coming from same family. So then somebody say, oh, I saw this. That means he witnessed that. So according to that his witness, and somebody come and tell you regarding anything. Oh, I saw this, I saw that. Oh, I saw your son, I saw your daughter doing this, that. I saw that person here, I saw your husband there, I saw your wife there. So it's a bit, according to that information, you take decision. we bound to that. And we read books, and even in the laboratory, the scientists, the most who screw up this entire world, and in the library, scientists, and then they go and they see something. And then out of that witness, they come to judgment. And once we come to the judgment, we fight for that. Who are the judges? The judges mean whatever they have, the self-view, the view, and they fight for it. So once you see something, once you hear something, once you smell something, once you hold it as a wisdom, what will happen to you? You fight for it. That's what everywhere, the same land. And sometimes the one person says, this belongs to us. Then another person says, this belongs to us. And the both fight in the same country. And we see it the Korea, see that it divided to North Korea and South Korea. And we saw it in Germany and East and West. And we see it in the most of the countries. The same land. But how it happened? Because according to the point of view of the reference, or the point of view that you hold and you believe it is right, that is where the wisdom arises. So when we say, oh, wisdom, we worship that word. But you don't see that wisdom slowly. It's a silence ghost took you to judgment. That judgment hold you as knowledge. But the truth is completely, totally, it's a far, far away different. So that's why when you want the truth, are you able to drop your wisdom? That's the challenge. No. When you want the truth, are you want to let go the wisdom? Or are you want to let go your knowledge? Are you want to let go your judgment? Look at the world today, this 2020. No? And look how the judgments hold the world, and look what is a chaos happening around the world. It happening personally ourselves. It happening within our own family. That's why in the larger scale, it reflects from the country, from the world, because the world itself we are. So whatever happening inside us, and we reflect. So then we have to look ourselves. The truth is not the wisdom. Wisdom is something. But the thing is this, why the wisdom is not enough? This is where. So now you know the wisdom came out of the vidya, or the view, or point of reference, or the point of view. And other thing is the vision. This all in the same family and the same root. So when you have the view, so you see something, so you become the witness, and there is something happen, you become the witness. But this is the challenge. Listen this very carefully. When you see it, what is the condition of your mind going to change the view that you get? The condition of the mind change the view that you get. But others has no idea when you say, oh, I saw this. In what condition of your mind you saw that? That is why the wisdom is never can take us to truth. So what the wisdom can does? In conventional life, it helps us to have a very comfortable life with others. But that doesn't mean you're going to see the truth. Truth is far away. So then to get into truth, what you have to do? The very first thing, remember, When you, at least when you practice meditation, start to drop the 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 what you know. Be empty. Don't afraid. Why? Because the very power of the mind is, when the mind become empty, it has power to connect it to the truth. It has power to harmonize with the truth. There is no need anything. But the fear of letting go of our own wisdom hold us. That's why we are in the samsara. So in the Vipassana level, once you see deeper level, that how your perception change moment by moment, your feeling change, what you hear, smell, taste, that understanding this everything moment by change. That wisdom allow you to drop what you know. And in that very moment, you become empty, free from the history that you carry, the wisdom that you have. In that very moment, your mind become free from this all and tangles, and then in that free mind, there is something you can experience which we cannot explain by words. But still, there is an experience that you can get. If I say, oh, you have to try it and I cannot explain it, it's kind of like a massaging head. No. So how you can then get into that? While you practicing yourself, you're going to experience that. You're going to experience once you come to that moment. When you drop the knowledge or the wisdom that you carry, once you come out of this all and when you become free from itself, you experience something. That experience yourself will tell you your path is true. So that's why it's a self-experience. You have to come to that. And on the way, if you keep going in the right way, like this thousand years, this knowledge, that's why without any leader, this come. So then, if you practice yourself, each and every moment you practice, even just by hearing this, you're going to recognize the path is right. So there is no any other guidance, or there is no any other authorization, validation to understand what is truth, because truth exists within yourself. The darkness and the light both exist at the same place. Same like if you are suffer from something, if you have difficulty, tired, and clarity, not clarity, doubt. So when in the practice, when that things come out and you recognizing your path is well. So then yourself remember and recognize from where they come. Another thing is when someone say, oh, I saw this, I hear this, and look yourself and see in what condition that person saw or the hear. Because according to that condition, things change. So the wisdom means it is very limited and you have to go beyond that. That's why I say don't judge. Judgment doesn't work, because that judgment come out of the point of view, point of reference. So that's why the judgment, we say don't judge, but we don't know why we say that. This is why it say, because people judge according to the wisdom come out of the view, and the view come out of the vision. That all happening according to the capacity of our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. And but we have no power go beyond it. But when you practice the vipassana level, you go deeper within yourself, not with others. Within yourself, when you have a view, when you have a vision, when you have a wisdom yourself, you question it, go deeper, go deeper. That is where you recognize. And there is no self-view. It is just moment experience. Once you recognize that, once you come out of that self-view, you free from this all the tangles. So I hope this will help for you, for your practice. With this, I bless upon everyone. By the power of this good practice, may all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. And during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbhityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammihi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkayavang hotu sabba dukkha pamanchatu. Bless you. Thank you very much, everyone.